Still with me, criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor David Bruno. Every time a witness leaves the stand, I've been in so many courtrooms over the years, it really does capture the jury's attention. They want to know, oh, what's the witness going to do? What are they going to show me? What'd you make of that one?
Odd, you know, to say the least. Odd testimony right there that you're just shot in the chest and you're going around in a circle. But how relevant is it really to the triable issues? Like I said, self-defense. And I think it's going to be a tough argument on the self-defense spot when you bring a gun and you shoot 2 times. There's no testimony at this point, at least, that there was enough of a threat to this individual. So I really think ultimately we're building up towards that insanity defense because there's so much pressure on the defendant because of the social media posts, because of the recordings. That's why another thing coming out today was trying to get evidence in that they were recording the defendant, that there were recordings all over the place. You know, so the pressure builds, and potentially that's, I think, where they're going, because I think that the self-defense is going to be a tough argument.
Yeah, I mean, if you were representing that man right there, would it take him taking the stand to talk about? Because in openings, the defense attorney did say that it was Lauren and Rob who beat him, had their dog attack him, and he fired in self-defense. So would it take him telling the jury that?
Look, I commented on that earlier, right? We talked about the 3 acquittals versus Mosley. But in this case, there's a huge difference, and that is there's a psychiatric defense. And in the psychiatric defense, an expert is going to get on the stand and testify about defendant's statements. So in essence, the jury's going to hear the defendant's statements through the expert, because the expert's going to rely on those statements to come to the opinion to support insanity. So in the end, I don't know what Ed Belinkis is going to do, whether or not he's going to be called or not. I think if he's really going after the self-defense, I would say yes. But in this case, there's also the psychological defense, where a forensic psychiatrist is going to be able to get out statements without the defendant on the stand.
Yeah, David, and you bring up a great point, especially given what I've seen on cross-examination so far. Really, the defense homing in on these mental torture theory, I guess what the defense brought up, social media posts, and of course them threatening him, the recording devices, all of that. So I agree with you, that may be the stronger angle here for the defense. But I have to thank you so much for joining me this hour and breaking down all these key legal issues. We really, really appreciate it, David. So that is it for me here at the desk.